courtside. All right, let's take a look at some numbers for James Harden.
Over the past 5 games, his assist totals have been slipping. He and his teammates just don't seem to be clicking right now. Hopefully that's something he can correct tonight.
A look at the starting group for the Pistons. Thompson and Harris make up the forwards. Cade Cunningham out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Duren in at the 5, down low. And for the Cavaliers, the Twin Towers, Mobley and Allen, the combo inside. Mitchell out there with James Harden. And it's Wade in at the 3 slot. We know things can get heated between these two, Grant. No love lost in this matchup.
And that competitive fire, it grows when you're in the same conference. You get to see each other so often. You know, B.A., I think we're in for some good theater in this one.
And it's Allen who slams it home.
Talk about a high percentage look. Allen right at the rim.
Unloads from 13. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Cunningham passes to Thompson. Detroit moving the ball around. Robinson for 3. Pure from 3-point range.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Sends it home from 3-point land.
Taking control of the tempo. Harden won't let the other team turn their last 3 into a run.
Oh, got that one up quick.
They're finding every shot they've wanted so far a perfect 3 of 3 to start the game.
When we talk about Donovan Mitchell, Richard, how impressed are you with his leadership?
He's been great. Every season, Mitchell has accepted more and more responsibility. He knows he's looked at as a leader, and his drive to win really motivates those around him. And how great are they playing? 4 for 4 shooting to start this one.
Harden against Cunningham. And that one's good. Harden for 3. Harden's got 9 points.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Yeah, strong player mentally. Cunningham showing the physical strength on that play.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Mobley. Now here's Harden. From the arc. Thompson pulls it in.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. 9 points in the game.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Mitchell. He's a tough guy to check, averaging almost 28 points a game.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Drills it from deep.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
They need this. And it's Harris with the rebound.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks a lot. The Cavaliers want Evan Mobley to rip and run. Coach Kenny Atkinson said, with him pushing it in transition, he's just scratching the surface. You see him handle the ball sometimes, and you're like, man, this guy is a point guard. Brian, back to you.
A tremendous skill level. Allie LaForce with the report. Thanks, Allie. And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Merrill's checked in. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. The 3 from Mitchell. Rebounded by the Pistons. What an impressive regular season they've been having. Getting to 60 wins.
When you talk about magic numbers for a team, 60 wins means you're having an historic year. In fact, we've had stretches longer than 5 years without any team winning 60. So it's really hard to do.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Cleveland. 11-point game. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
And they got to the line at a good clip, but couldn't cash in, and it ruined their chances.
Leaving point at the free throw line can take the edge off of a team. You're playing physical, you're playing hard, and it's just not paying off.
And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. One guy who's been getting it done is Duncan Robinson.
They have to come up with a new wrinkle defensively because he is killing them from deep.
Tyson, he's checked in for the Cavs. Strus comes in for Mitchell. Outside Harden. They still need this. That won't go. 3 for 6 in this one.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Robinson for 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Merrill. Off target with the 3.
You love to see the competitive fire, but he couldn't sink that revenge triple.
Cunningham finds Thompson for 3. Robinson. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Robinson's got 21.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Three-pointer, Harden. Duren with a rebound. The Pistons lead by 23. And so the ball out of bounds. Duren touched it last.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
Schroeder, he's checked in for James Harden. Pass to Allen. Here's Strus. Here's Tyson. And once again, off the mark by Cleveland. 15 seconds left now in the first quarter. Robinson for 3. And Detroit another 3.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
And so it's Detroit, already up 26 points as this quarter ends. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. We'll be back in a moment. And we're back, folks. Thanks for joining us on this Memorial Day NBA Hoops extravaganza. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Setting the floor for the Pistons. Harris and Duren together in the middle. Cunningham is out there with Duncan Robinson, and it's Thompson in at the 3.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. Hey, guess what? Mission accomplished.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
Thompson goes in, and the slam dunk by Thompson.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
Well, Cleveland's shooting a tough 22% from the field so far. Cleveland working the ball around now. And he's going for the oop here. Stolen by Thompson. Pass to Robinson. Back to Harris. Outside Robinson. Here's the 3. And again for 3.
He's got this defense scrambling. Even when they've got 2 guys on him, he finds a way to get to space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. Allen, the pass to Schroeder. Here's Tyson. 5 to shoot. No good. Had a chance to end the run there.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
I just love the ball movement.
Here's Schroeder, following the score by Detroit over Cunningham. The Cavaliers again cannot hit.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing.
Good! Another from 3.
And he's now set the team record for most threes in a single game. What a shot he's got.
A lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure the next one's going in. And so it's Cleveland with it, following the 3-pointer by Detroit. And he gets that one. Strus has gotten his first basket of the night.
At point-blank range, oh, yeah. You're not missing from there.
From a Division II college player to earning a big free agent contract, Max Strus. What a story, Richard.
Yeah, he went undrafted in 2019, and then he signs a 4-year, $63 million deal with the Cavs. And he has earned every single dollar. And that's how you lead a team, literally.
And that one's good. Cunningham.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Pass to Schroeder. To the left side wing. Outside Strus. Here's Merrill. No good from outside. The Pistons have gotten all 8 shots to go. A perfect second quarter so far. Back to Robinson. Lets it go from deep. Connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for second in most threes in a game.
Yeah, moving alongside Curry's mark from 2016, that was the top spot until Clay took it.
Count that one. 17 points for Cade Cunningham.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Here's Tyson. An easy 2 on the layup.
Give a good player a good look, and you know what the outcome will be.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Connects from downtown.
A pretty big component of Cunningham's game. He knows how to produce from the arc.
And here's Schroeder. He's scoreless. Outside Strus. Pass to Tyson. 3-pointer. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Cunningham finds Duren. Now Robinson from outside the arc. And again for 3.
And of course it falls for him. And that 3 pushing him into the record books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. A night we'll never forget.
Yeah, amazing indeed. 14 triples alongside Captain Clay Thompson, that is.
And Detroit has possession after the basket by Cleveland. Robinson on the wing. Good! Another from 3.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful 3.
It's a new single-game high-water mark for triples.
Yeah, making waves and passing the splash brother, Klay Thompson. 15 threes and counting.
Time called here. The Cavs decide to talk it over. And the Cavaliers will go for a different look here. Evan Mobley, he's checked in for Tyson. Wade comes in for Strus. Mitchell's checked in for Merrill. And it's James Harden in for Schroeder. Detroit also making some changes. Stewart, he's checked in for Duren. Holland comes in for Tobias Harris. And LeVert subbed in for Thompson.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Cleveland has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Harden from outside. Rebounded by the Pistons. Outplayed in their previous game on their schedule, losing to the Cavs.
I really think that L has to fall on their defense, or a lack thereof. Just not enough focus at that end of the floor.
Some of it was solid shooting from their opponent, but they didn't have any teeth with their defense. Need to be more active than they were.
And so it's Detroit, way out of reach with an enormous lead as we head into a break. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the Detroit Pistons.
Man, this offense is in rhythm right now. They're moving the ball, moving without the ball. Everything looks exactly the way they drew it up.
Yeah, this one might already be over.
And during that first half of play, these two leading the way for their respective teams.
Yeah, these two are getting after it. They're working overtime to be the guy. They've got each other fired up.
It's almost like they're playing their own game of one-on-one. Appreciate you joining us. It's been
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. One guy who's been getting it done is Duncan Robinson.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, a debate is brewing. While the NBA has pushed back against load management, saying it's an 82-game league, prominent voices on the team side countering that. With much more movement on every possession, modern play style places novel demands on players' bodies.
A serious challenge. Okay, Shams, thanks for that report. Mobley and Allen patrol the paint for him. Donovan Mitchell out there with James Harden. And it's Wade in at the 3, the small forward. And that's the group for Kenny Atkinson as we begin the second half.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
The Cavaliers shooting only 26% for this game. Not good. Mobley passes to Harden. A deep 3. They get it back. Allen. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Detroit with the ball. Here's Jenkins. Another 3 for Detroit.
Something lit a fire under them at the half. They started this quarter going 3 for 3 from the floor.
Allen outside. Pass to Harden. And he lobs it up top. And it's Allen who slams it home.
When you combine his length and leaping ability, Allen is a ridiculous lob threat.
Detroit has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Robinson for 3. And got it. Another basket.
Oh, what a performance. Arguably the best in franchise history.
He's tied the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it. And that one's good. Mitchell.
I love seeing guys use the mid-range. Mitchell, that's just some smart basketball.
And another one.
Never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long time. From 18 feet away, off the left rim and out. Cleveland has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. And then Harden with the jam.
Athletic move by Harden. Okay, I see you throwing it down on top of the defense.
Robinson for 3. And the Pistons, another 3.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
The Cavaliers have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Harden from outside. Holland with a rebound.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Detroit moving the ball around. For 3, Robinson knocks down the triple. Robinson's got 15 points here in the second half.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Here's Wade. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Pistons have gotten 7 of 8 shots to fall in the third quarter so far. Jenkins misses. And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting at a 44% clip in the third. Here's Harden. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Jenkins. And the Pistons, another 3.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break. After a tremendous first quarter, 3 trays, he's put in another.
Takes the 3, and the Pistons, another 3.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. The Pistons are improving on both ends, but particularly on defense. Cade Cunningham said, everybody is stepping up on that end and taking the challenge to guard. We have a good system that allows us all to play our strengths. We're still hungry, though. We're not satisfied at all. Back to you.
More to prove. Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. 1:04 left in the third. Mobley outside. And he converts the layup.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And the Pistons with possession here. Back to Robinson. Launches a 3. Another bucket. Wow.
What a game from him. 72 points.
And he's been simply sensational throughout this one. Harden surveying the D. And a miss there on the triple.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
24 seconds left in the third quarter. Robinson can't hit. The Cavaliers have gotten 8 of 14 attempts to go in the second half so far. Three-pointer, Harden. Knocks it down from distance. Harden's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really...
He got it again! Sensational!
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time great individual performances in league history. And so it's the Detroit Pistons making this game a no contest. They poured it on early, and they've never let up. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. More 2K action in just a moment. And we return to the action as the single-game record for three-pointers is being rewritten.
Give this man his flowers. He is putting on a game for the ages.
Setting the floor for the Pistons. Isaiah Stewart out there with Holland. Then it's Duncan Robinson. Then it's yet another bucket.
And that ties him for 3rd all-time scoring for a single game. What a remarkable night.
Boy, a game not to be forgotten. He has put on a show.
And to equal a mark set way back in 1961 by Wilt Chamberlain.
Another one falls. Amazing.
The good times keep rolling for him. Now tied for 2nd all-time in scoring.
Boy, the way he's been able to maintain his focus on offense all game. The defense throws everything at him, but he still scores.
And to think when the night started that we see someone match Kobe's 81. I mean, his performance tonight has been nothing short of magnificent.
Hits yet again. Wow.
And that score moves him up in the record books yet again.
He now stands alone for 2nd most points in a game. Unbelievable night.
And with 81 in the rear view, he has only Wilt's 100 mark left. This is the closest anybody has ever come.
Drains the triple. Robinson's got 12 now in this quarter.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Strus with the bucket.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Robinson for 3. Another one goes. Incredible.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Three-pointer, Harden. Holland with a rebound. The Pistons have gotten all 6 shots to fall in the fourth quarter. Good. He hits again. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Harden, the pass to Strus. Here's Merrill. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Pistons have gotten all 7 of their shots to go. Impressive here in the fourth. Jenkins' shot is good.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Here's Wade. The Cavaliers again cannot hit. The Pistons have gotten all 8 shots to fall. Red hot here in the fourth. Well, Richard, we know the coaches will sometimes criticize their team's performance in those post-game press conferences. But where's that line?
Well, I think coaches should always use I. When you say I, and I as the leader of the team, I have to have them prepared ready. I didn't do a good job making sure that I demanded the type of execution. That first always helps.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Allen, he's checked in for Bryant. Evan Mobley comes in for Strus. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Merrill. Counted from distance.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer. Making it look so easy. The 6'11" Allen just hops up and finishes it perfectly.
Hits the trifecta.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go into the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
And the Defensive Player of the Year for 2025, Evan Mobley. What makes him so formidable, Grant?
Well, you know, he has a similar physical frame to Hall of Famer Kevin Garnett. Long-armed and athletic at 6'11", and the intangibles are all there as far as timing and IQ. Yeah, Mobley better get used to getting to the line, especially with his style of play.
And he gets it to go.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
The 3 from Mitchell. It's good. Off the assist from Harden. Harden's got 6 assists in the game.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Pistons.
Oh, connects again.
I mean, I'm in disbelief. He set a new all-time record for scoring in a single game.
A record that was for so long thought to be untouchable. He continues to amaze.
Yeah, that is unbelievable indeed. I never thought we'd see this. It stood since 1962. But now, Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game has been surpassed. Oh, wow. I can't believe it.
Mobley outside. Lets the 3 fly. Thompson pulls it in.
And even on hostile ground, the fans have to respect what he's done tonight.
Boy, he's just filling it up and giving them their money's worth with his performance.
Right here, this is a man on a mission. He's put up numbers you've never seen before, and he has carried his team all game long.
All right, let's give you a look now at our player of the game.
This is special. We are witnessing a legendary performance here tonight. He is like levels above everyone else on the floor. Something must have clicked for him in warm-ups tonight. He's just come out and he has run wild.
Well, they are playoff bound with him rounding into form and playing some of his best basketball. They just got to continue to play together, and we'll see if he's able to keep playing at this level. Detroit calls timeout. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Cunningham's checked in for Jenkins. Detroit dictating the flow. Here's Cunningham. And they cash it in right away with a quick shot.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. And the technical free throw is good.
The southpaw, hard and lucky lefty. He's a tremendous offensive player who can pretty much get triple-doubles in bunches.
Allen, the pass to Harden. He buries it from 3.
Nice, clean bounce pass. Sometimes the fundamentals are all you're going to need.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. From beyond the arc and then some.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
It's a shame, really. If they've been playing like this last quarter, they might be in a different situation right now.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
So we see the Pistons taking the W here. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that about wraps it up. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And time now for our player of the game.